Hey there, morbid maniacs. It's time for another spooky video, a part of Vlogtober. And for tonight's spooky video, I'm going to be talking all about the Don Cesar Hotel. Now, my best friend Ashley actually gave me this idea for a video. Whenever I was reading up on it, I actually thought the story was really sweet. The Don Cesar Hotel is located in Tampa, Florida. It sits on the shoreline of the St. Petersburg beach. Nicknamed the Pink Lady or the Pink Palace, this hotel stands out from all of the others as it is a Barbie pink.
Bruh.
This hotel is known for its cater to the rich and famous. However, it also comes with a story of star-crossed lovers. The story goes that at the turn of the century, a wealthy young Londoner by the name of Thomas Roe traveled to Spain where he would meet a beautiful Spanish woman by the name of Lucinda. The two of them fell in love on the beachfront of a beautiful pink hotel and vowed to marry and return to the hotel on their honeymoon. They began to see each other on a daily basis. However, Lucinda's parents did not approve of their relationship and forbid her daughter of speaking to Thomas ever again. Devastated and heartbroken, Thomas moved to America. They both promised that they would continue writing letters to each other. However, most of Thomas's letters would be unopened. It is believed that Lucinda died of a broken heart. But Thomas did receive one letter from her before she passed, which read, "Time is infinite. I wait for you by our fountain. To share our timeless love, our destiny is time." Thomas kept a promise to himself that he would never love another. It was after this that he set out to create the Don Cesar Hotel. It was in 1924 when Roe purchased 80 acres of land in St. Petersburg, Florida. He began to craft the idea of the Pink Palace in his head. He hired Indianapolis architect Henry DuPont as well as contractor Carlton Beard. Together, they blended their styles from other hotels. It featured balconies, widely arched entryways, a red clay tile roof, and turret-like upper floors. The palace is massive in size, but was not strong enough to withstand the sands. In order to keep the hotel planted, they used a concrete pad and pyramid-style footings. When it was completed, the hotel stood with 110 rooms and bathrooms. Years later, it was expanded to 220 rooms. It went over the budget, but to Thomas Roe, that was the price that he had to pay for love. Roe would name the hotel the Don Cesar Hotel after Don Cesar D. Banzon, the protagonist of William Vincent Wallace's Mauritania. This was the opera that they had seen the night they first met. Everything in this hotel was sculpted as a result of their love. It was made to look exactly like the place that they had met. It was supposed to be his way of showing the everlasting love that the two had for each other. He even placed an exact replica of the fountain where he and Lucinda would meet. And after Don Cesar's grand opening in 1928, Thomas Roe would patiently sit and watch the shorelines with hopes of seeing his true love once again. As the sun would come up, Roe would walk up and down the shorelines on the beach in his white Panama suit, in hopes of stumbling into Lucinda. During the 1920s, the hotel was the resting place of many famous people, mobsters, and bootleggers. Among these guests were F. Scott Fitzgerald, Clarence Darrow, Al Capone, Lou Gehrig, and the U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Not even the Great Depression could sink the Pink Lady. The hotel's business would be sustained by a deal made with Jacob Ruppert, the owner of the New York Yankees, to house his team at the hotel during their spring training. After Rose's sudden tragic death, there was no sense of direction for the hotel, and quickly it fell into despair. It was during World War II that the U.S. would purchase the hotel and turn it into a military hospital. After the war, the hotel served as administrative offices for the United States Veterans Affairs. By 1967, the Veterans Affairs moved out and the resort was once again left empty. In November of 1973, the hotel would finally be reopened for good when the Holiday Inn purchased it. Since the 1970s, the hotel has come a long way, with many exciting things to do. It was even included in the National Register of Historic Places and the National Trust Historic Hotels of America. And since the passing of the two lovers, it's been said that they have been reunited in the afterlife, many claiming that they are still residing within the hotel. One man claimed to have seen the couple while staying at the Don Cesar Hotel after his wife's passing. The two had spent their honeymoon there after its grand opening in the 1970s, and they went every summer since. That year was his first summer without his wife. The man said that his wife would have wanted him to keep the tradition alive, and so he packed his bags and headed on his way. Just as the sun began to set and gleam upon the ocean, the man checked into his suite. He checked into the same suite that they had visited every summer. The man put his bags down, changed into his swim trunks, and was ready to head on down to the beach. As he walked on the sand, he noticed an older couple ahead of him. They walked half in the sand and half in the water. The gentleman was wearing a white suit and hat with the pants rolled up, and the lady wore a beautiful pink kaftan dress over her bathing suit. The couple had almost seemed as though they were floating above the water. It felt as though their feet weren't even touching the ground. When the man looked down a second time, it appeared as if their feet weren't even touching the ground at all. Their bodies hovered ever so slightly above the sand, and there were no footprints left behind. By the time the man had caught the attention of the couple, they vanished right before his eyes. The man could hardly believe what he had just witnessed. He looked around to see if anyone else had seen it too, but he was on an abandoned part of the beach where there were no other witnesses. Although he was a little shaken up, he could not get over the encounter that he had on the beach that day. And though his children may or may not believe his story, whenever he would tell it, he would always smile and wink at them and say,
"That will be me and your mom someday."
It's been said that many guests and staff at the Don Cesar Hotel have also been witnesses of apparitions, eerie noises, and odd sensations. Sometimes, restless spirits of the Veterans Affairs hospital days during the 1940s can be felt. Many will report seeing a man in a white Panama suit and hat walking along the beach before vanishing before their eyes. Others have been welcomed by a smiling man in the entrance of the hotel, but upon being questioned, the man quickly disappears. Thomas's spirit has been seen on the 5th floor, in the lobby, in the garden, and on occasion holding the hand of the beautiful raven-haired woman believed to be the spirit of Lucinda. And although the fountain no longer exists, many employees at the hotel still see a couple in the spot where it stood. The Don Cesar Hotel offers 2 luxury beachfront pools, 16 salon treatment rooms, a salon, a rooftop lounge with amazing views, Martiana Grill, Sea Porch Restaurant, Uncle Andy's Ice Cream Parlor, Lobby Bar, and Beachfront Sunsets Tequila Bar. So there is the story of the Don Cesar Hotel. What do you guys think of this spooky legend? Would you ever visit there for yourself? Have you? Did you have any creepy experience? I'd love to know in the comments. Thank you so much, Ashley, for giving me this idea. I'm always up for ideas, you guys, even if it's not like a Vlogtober video, because these are pre-filmed. It will be like upcoming in the future. So if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid maniac. Be sure to hit that bell notification, that way you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one.